Hello, Madara.
Ready for this episode?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Let's start.
So we have been recording series called The Spiritual Preparation of the Adult.
Yeah.
And this is episode 5. Before I say the name of the episode, I am mostly speaking from the perspective of my experiences with children ages 6 to 12 and my experiences in my work with adults, therapeutical work.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm focused on children of the age group before birth, so pregnancy, which is already existence of the child, till 6 years.
Yeah. And I just want to maybe mention one more thing that we haven't been mentioning in other episodes, that I'm not saying that what I share here is the only truth. I'm just sharing my experiences and
it's our perception or our understanding at the moment of these topics, and our goal is really to open up the topics for you, for somebody else listening or looking at, and really to increase the awareness of the topic and
our favorite word. Our favorite word, awareness.
Yes, it is.
So episode 5 is called Trust in the Child's Inner Guide.
Yeah.
Would you like to start? You
Yes,
have a very nice opening story.
I have. So, what I would like to start with is basically a reflection about our human tendency, I would call it, or behavioral pattern, that we feel more comfortable with the physical world. We are like creatures which have some part of us is invisible. Some of us have like bigger issue to connect with it than the others, but evidently every one of us is physical being. Like everyone has the body, otherwise we wouldn't be called humans and we wouldn't be able to connect with this physical world. So this is natural for us, and from this perspective, everything what we can touch, see, or connect with all our senses is somehow easier to understand or get in touch with, even though we maybe are not holding it physically, but we somehow can understand it more or easier or faster. And every topic which we cannot sort of hold in our hands, which any topic which is invisible, we somehow doubt if it really exists. And a really nice example of trusting into the invisible powers is the example of the seed. We really put a seed into the soil, into the ground, and we trust that a sort of plant of a tomato will grow in time, or that we will have in few years a nice young tree with apples. And we don't dig into the soil after 1 week to see if really the plant is growing. Many little children do. so they are really impatient and maybe are also not trusting the invisible from this point of view. But this metaphor really leads us to this topic, trusting in the child's inner guide, because we Montessorians, we believe that, or I'm not saying that, I don't want to say that just Montessori believes it, but we are really holding or working, one of our basic statements is that in the child is inner source, power, or a program, actually in any child, in all of us.
Yes.
We are born with an inner program, we can say even like genetic material or sort of programming which leads the development of the human body, not only physically but also internally. And this is the part which is invisible at the beginning for some time, and we have to trust it.
We have to trust it.
Yeah, and this is the topic of today, like trusting in this inner program.
Yeah.
That it will unfold, that it's there and it is wise and it is wiser than us.
Yes.
Because it builds the human, it creates the person, and we cannot we cannot
know better than that program, basically. Yes, so agree. Yes, perfect, great. I have a book here, Maria Montessori Speaks to Parents. It's a selection of articles, and there is a chapter here, chapter 6, called When Your Child Knows Better Than You. And you have not read this chapter.
No,
so it will be
I love it.
It will be very interesting for you also to hear what Maria had to say on this. It's you know, it's gonna be a long quote.
Let's do it.
It's a long quote. So, what she says. If a foolish mother frog said to her little tadpoles in the pool, "Come out of the water, breathe the fresh air, enjoy yourselves in the young grass, and you will all grow into strong, healthy little frogs. Come along now, mother knows best." And the little tadpoles tried to obey. It would certainly mean the end of the tadpoles. Okay? Yes. And yet, that is how so many of us are trying to bring up our children. And this is not only about parents, this is about all the adults involved in children's lives. We are in exactly the same position as the foolish frog, if only we could see it. This young life that we are trying to mold needs no forcing and squeezing, no correcting or fault finding to develop its intelligence and character. Nature looks after children in the same way as she sees that the tadpole grows into a frog when the time is ready. And have you ever given your children a chance, even for one day, to do what they like without interference? Try it, and you will be astonished. Watch and see how something catches their interest. Perhaps they see you turn a key in the lock and want to do it too, or help you sweep, or just make some funny little pattern with pebbles on your tidy floor. And on any ordinary day, you would say, don't get in the way, play with your toys. Continues. But today, give them the key. Try to find a little brush for them to sweep with, leave the pattern on the floor, and see how absorbed they become. It is often not enough for children to do a thing once or twice, but they will perform the same simple action over and over again until they seem to have satisfied some inner urge. You will be surprised how they keep out of mischief when they are allowed to busy themselves with something that really interests them. But if you interfere impatiently and stop some absorbing occupation, you will destroy your child's concentration and perseverance, valuable lessons he is teaching himself. He will be dissatisfied and filled with a sense of disappointment and restlessness, and may very likely find an outlet in deliberate mischief. So, we are all so busy with our grown-up froggy work that we forget that the little tadpoles have work of their own to do, the work of growing into men and women. And this is work that only they can do. The greatest help we can give them is to stand by and see that they are free to develop in their own way. We can, on the other hand, make their work very hard. if we persist in saying mother knows best or teacher knows best and try to form their growing intellects. This is a new way to look at the problem of responsibility, which weighs so heavily on many parents and teachers. Those of us who have tried to learn the ways of childhood from children instead of from our own ideas have been amazed at the discoveries we have made. And there is one point on which we all agree. Children live in a world of their own interests, and the work they do there must be respected. For although many activities of children may seem pointless to grown-ups, nature is using them for her own ends. She is building mind and character as well as bone and muscle. The greatest help you can give your children is the freedom to go about their own work in their own way, for in this matter your child knows better than you.
I love it.
I think we can finish this episode now. She said it all. And so actually she talked a lot about the child, what the child needs, right? And it makes you really think. And I think where we can go from here is to think about again what keeps us from allowing this inner guide to unfold, to work, because we explained what we mean by the inner guide. We gave very nice explanation from Maria Montessori herself. So my question to you would be, and maybe you have some examples from yourself, what keeps you, or maybe you are trained and you are working with children for so many years and maybe you don't have this problem anymore, like to be this mother frog and trying to get their children out of the water.
I think definitely I am aware of my feelings, and whenever I have this tension we were mentioning previously, so I feel myself finally. I had a really thick brick wall.
See episode number 4
on
the brick wall.
So I wouldn't say that I'm perfect or I have mastered this fully. I definitely feel that I am able to perform trust towards this inner guide of the child, and I'm amazed by it. I was able to really see the results when the child really can really be free and work from his inner motivation and interest and connect, and really, I would even say, focused and being immersed into the work. So I definitely know that it works and that it's true. But I still feel that I have lots of obstacles in me, and one of them is definitely fear and impatience, and the fear in the context, not that the child would hurt himself or something, because if we are talking in the context of prepared environment, we are trying to really evaluate everything what's here. Everything should have purpose and sort of is safe if we present it in a proper way. And we are still present here to really give these 3 healthy limits to the child. So in a way, I'm not fearing that there can be some danger for the child, but somehow I would like to see fast results. And I would really love to see like the child mastering the activity and going for the other one, and sort of feeling that I am successful, that I am doing it right, and I can see the evidence of my work, which is really like stupid approach. Because I am not doing this work to be praised. I am doing this work because I want to support the child to grow more and more into this independent human adult,
Yes.
as we
Yes.
formulated it before. So I think there is happening like inner evaluation in me, like every second, if I am, you know, like turning the inner clock in me, or some sort of pointer towards the real, the honest intention in my work, or if I am sort of going backwards to these old habits, you know, of wanting to get some sort of satisfaction of my worth, basically.
Yes.
And
yes.
so what helps me is really staying centered and being aware. What do I feel at the moment? Like, although I'm focusing on the child and on the activities outside of me, but I'm still somehow connected with my inner life, and staying like truthful to myself, you know, like it's not possible to be 100 perfect or present in this sense,
Of course.
because it's not natural.
Yes.
Yeah, like
yes.
the line of our ability to focus, it's not line really, it's more like, you know, like sometimes it's higher peak and then we go down because we need to get relaxed a little bit, and then again. So it's like repetition, repeatedly trying to get up again in that state where we are able to really focus, really be present, really be like calm, centered, and having in mind the goal, which is really the service to the child.
Yeah. And as you were speaking, how you reflect upon yourself and your own work with children, in your own work with children, I was thinking about that. Very few of us were allowed to follow our inner guide and drive when we grew up. So I think that because we don't know how it is, you know, or what's the taste of achieving something that comes from inside of you, what's the taste of that, and we haven't experienced it ourselves, and we are still suppressing that part of us, the guide, the inner intuition, the inner hopes and dreams even, you know. It's hard for us to then transfer it to our children and allow them to be. So again, to look inside of us, and I have a good example here. Some time ago, I had a friend in Prague. He unfortunately moved away, but in that short time we were hanging out together, he shared with me. I told him about Montessori. I was already working in a school back then, and he said, "Wow, I always wanted to be a teacher." And his father. So, and he shared it with family, but the country he comes from, it was really not a prestigious occupation to be a teacher. You had to either be a lawyer or a doctor, I don't, you know, or those classical prestigious type of professions.
Yeah.
And his dad would pick him up from high school every day, and he would drive around with the boy inside the car and keep talking to him and brainwashing him and persuading him that he has to become a lawyer. And he would do it from like months, for months, until the guy, my friend, he told me, I just gave in, and I went to yes, so sad. And he really just gave in to father, because it was not like a day or two, it was months and months and months of dad lobbying for lawyer position, for lawyer profession. And I think my friend, he probably felt, I have no choice, I obviously I have no choice, this is crazy, so I will just, you know, so that he leaves me alone, I'm gonna go and study law. And this is insane. But but at the same time, I have no judgment to the father whatsoever, because for sure he was conditioned in the same way. And actually, I think we can also look at it from the society as a whole. In different societies, in different countries, some professions are more prestigious, some less, and some occupations and some ways of behaving, or some life paths are more right,
more accurate,
and then some are very wrong that nobody should choose. And if you go against this tide, you have to have courage to do that. And if your parents don't have courage, they pass this fear on you, and then you don't have courage to follow your inner drive. It just keeps on going. But I think as we are speaking here now, and if you're listening, this is the point to finally stop doing that. To finally allow those tadpoles to grow in water, because they will become frogs, and they will get out of that water and find their path in life.
Actually, thank you for sharing this example and the connection with the frog, because it just I somehow felt this amazing freedom, that we are talking here about the child's inner guide, but we are the children inside, although we have like adults' bodies, we still have the connection to our source, to our center, to our childhood. Even from pedagogical or therapeutical perspective, but we have. And so we still can connect with it and rewrite our stories. And okay, we are not able to relive our first 6 years of life, but we can definitely at least, or this could be the nice point from this session for us and for you as well, that we can start to trust our inner guide, or at least acknowledge that it exists, even though we cannot see it or touch it or hug it physically, and maybe step by step starting to see or start to work with our fears in relation to really trusting ourselves and our decisions and our really even like feelings we have, like really we can feel what we feel, and it's okay to be authentic ourselves like we are at the moment. And
there was one journaling prompt I heard some time ago about think about one situation when you trusted your inner gut feeling, your inner drive, your intuition, call it however, and what was the outcome, and then think about when you had this feeling, this inner drive, inner guide or inner feeling, and you didn't listen to it, and what was the outcome. And I asked this question myself, and first of all I realized I'm not really aware of this inner drive. I'm not paying enough attention to it, to this inner drive, guide, intuition, gut feeling, and I couldn't come up with an example of when I listened to it and it did in it, and what happened, and when I didn't, because I'm not somehow I'm just flowing with the river, it looks like, and it can take me wherever it wants, rather than me stirring the boat, and really thinking where should I go next.
Actually, I remember. I remember.
You do?
Yes.
So
at least two. Well, I am not sure if it's necessary to really share or describe the exact situation, but I know that when I did, when I really followed through, I was the level of excitement and feeling alive was amazing. I was even, I was even jumping around, and I was physically like in a gym, doing like these rolls on the ground, and I was laughing. The outburst of the level was so strong, and the excitement of really allowing myself
Mm-hmm.
to get what I wanted was just extremely strong feel of joy and
Mm-hmm.
aliveness, of feeling of aliveness, and
Mm-hmm.
it really took longer. It was not like the next day I was not feeling it. I was not jumping around, but
Yeah.
I really felt like vibrant
Mm-hmm.
in the body
Yeah,
physically.
yeah, yeah.
And when I dismissed occasion I really wanted, or I like felt internally that this is important, I felt like if I would be eating soil, like dying internally. Like I felt really like my heart will explode. Like this it was sort of combination of sadness and disappointment
Yeah.
of myself.
And can you share just very briefly, that first situation, what decision you made? Like maybe you had two options. I decide for going with my inner feeling, but more specific, get to the point, if you can share those examples and say, okay, and because I went with my inner feeling, it led me to cooperation, it led me to a project. Do you have this type of example?
Well, not really. Both examples are more connected with my wishes, my life vision, and my needs. It's not really connected with socializing, if that was your question.
No, my question was that to have a specific example. For example, I had a gut feeling that I shouldn't drive my car today.
Okay.
And I went against my gut feeling and my inner guidance, and I crashed the car. But I knew it, and I knew it that I shouldn't do it, but I still did it because whatever,
Okay, so it was not this sort of experience. The first one, when I was during my university times, I got an opportunity to travel for the first time abroad with a family member it was a family occasion. And it was everything but comfort zone. It was like different culture, traveling by airplane, being responsible for translating like 24 hours a day, like responsibility for another family member, and I felt like huge fear. Like I felt like I will be not able deliver like everything what was there in it. It was not just a vacation, it was more. And and I was not sure that I can speak as good as being able to really at least understand for myself and then really translate confidently for another person, and orientate in the different worlds, and even the travel through Europe and then another continent was, for me, it was unknown. It was really the first experience, and it may sound crazy because every young adult loves to travel and experience new worlds and go into the unknown. And I wanted it badly.
Oh, so this is an
wanted
example
it
that you
badly.
wanted it.
Yes. Well, both examples are of wanting something, but at this moment, I allowed myself to go beyond the comfort zone and to accept this offer, to do it.
So you did it.
So I did it.
And it was good.
And it was amazing.
Oh, okay. So this is
it
really
was life-changing
despite
experience.
the fear, you listen to your inner guidance you have to go.
Yes, I don't know what was it. I wouldn't describe it as a trust in my inner guide, but I just decided to cross over.
Yeah.
Like, with the great fear. Like I was feeling that I will die in a way, but it turned out to be amazing.
Wow, you see.
And then the other one was occasion to work abroad in completely different circumstances, and it was time reframed, like it was like short-term opportunity, which I knew what, like I had a list of all the positive reasons why I want to go there, and I wanted to go there, but then I decided because of one reason not to go. And in the physical world, nothing happened. Yeah, I didn't, like have any. Like nobody came to me like you are a bad person or you have to pay not to go there or something. But I was desperately unhappy, not having this experience, not really getting these fruits of going through the process. And the feeling was pretty like hard. It was really disappointment, like really deep disappointment of myself. And yeah.
So do you think, as you are telling me this, do you still feel this?
Well, I'm at peace with this situation because I cannot change it.
Yeah.
It's sort of in the past, but it was a huge lesson for me.
Yeah.
Like really experiencing what are the what are the results of choosing something when you go opposite your inner voice. It's these are regrets basically,
right.
And I think we know, and many people before us or around us who are leaving this world are saying that there are just two things. They are like when they are really calculating their life or really reflecting upon it, like any occasion to experience love or give love or create loving relationships and not doing what you wanted to do are the two regrets they have when they can examine their life. And so this is one example of it, but it gave me a lesson, a really strong lesson, and it brought me back to me. It somehow, the positivity in this situation was that the strong feelings afterwards sort of dismantled part of the brick wall. So they allowed me to connect with me a little bit more.
Yeah.
So it was very valuable.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So,
thank you, Dada. Anything else?
Welcome.
Do we have anything else we wanna
I think we
add here?
We covered it very nicely. I would really go to the closing reflection.
Let's wrap it up for today.
Would you like to read it?
The closing reflection? Okay, I will do it. Do I trust the child's process or do I trust my fear more? So maybe this sentence connects to the situation I described when the father was driving around my friend. So maybe the father had lots of fear what others will say about their family, or what does it say about me as a father when my child wants to be a teacher.
Or there could be even a very practical reason. He wanted just to be sure that his son will have a career which will help him to survive.
Also,
really the physical survival, stability and financial abundance. So this could be like quite worthy intention, although not in a proper way.
No, I'm so sorry. That guy, that friend, he would have been an amazing teacher, and maybe he did.
And
one
maybe
day
will be.
Yes, I hope so. I wish him that.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I trust the child's process or do I trust my fear more? Or this is about the child, but just in general, do I trust my inner guide, my intuition, my gut feeling, or do I trust my fear more? Something to think about.
I like it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dada. We finished for today.
Bye.
And see you next time. Bye.